And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go!
Dak out of the pistol. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Yeah! Here we go! Right it!
Throwing again is Dak. Forced out to his right. That's Jonathan Mingo, complete. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Yeah, here we go. Right it.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Yeah! Here we go, 46.
Motion man left is Lamb.
46.
On 4th down, Prescott to throw. There's a man there. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Giants will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it. You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Escapes a defender. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They've got a 1st to begin the frame. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Caught by Theo Johnson. And they make the tackle at the 38.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. Third down coming. Design bootleg here. Headed out right. He's running for it. And this one does not go far.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
On fourth down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Gano ready to send this away. He's going to field this at the 2. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there! 26.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. Buys time, rolling right. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go! Right there! 26.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Here we go! Right there! We're going to 53.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set! 19 tight. 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll come out throwing. He's going to push one deep down. He's got it deep downfield. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 32 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Now give left side. They'll cobble together a yard there. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is complete to Neighbors. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Giants will have a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running this one off right. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 24. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go.
Back now, pressure on its way. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. So it's going to be 4th and short.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass, and a 4th down instead.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right, they love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. The throw is caught. He has the New York touchdown. This offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants make it a 10-point ball game. Gano ready to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Dak now from the gun. On the move, headed right. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. 1st and 10, Prescott. It's taken in by Lamb. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Yeah! Here we go! Ready to take!
First down, here's Dak. Gets everything he has under this throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Second down, here's Prescott again. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing third and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Yeah, here we go. I take. Hey, kill. 27. Here we go, 46.
Dak throwing again. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he ended up time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Dallas sends its punching unit onto the field. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punch, and here's another huge one. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up for the 20 after the touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Come 19. Here we go, set. Check out.
He's back to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25.
Ready up.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take this in for the score. The Giants grow the lead coming out of halftime. Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants take a 3-possession lead. Gano ready to send this away. His return starts at the 5. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And they dodge a turnover there on the return.
You know, awareness, Kate, is one of the best skills anyone on the return team can possess. And normally it's just for hitting blocks and clearing a lane and doing their job. But there it was recognizing the fumble and locating it quickly to save the possession.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, 47.
Motion man left is Lamb.
26.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, if the word safety was used, and it's not a lot in NFL locker rooms, but if it was at halftime, it was about safe throws, good decisions, consistent plays. It was not about a safety to begin this second half, and that's what we nearly saw. Not the kind of start this offense wanted. It's got to overcome a bit of adversity.
And he rips off good yardage, but it... move the chains.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Brought in right side. And he's down to the 8 before going out. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's go now.
Throwing from the gun here. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. He rolls to his right. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants parlay the interception into points. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Gano adds the point after. And the Giants make it a 24-point ball game. Gano ready to send this away. Returnable from the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah! We're going to 52.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8.
Yeah, here we go. Where you take? Where you take?
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. Throw is caught by the back. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Yeah, here we go. There's about 47. 26.
Prescott here from the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those many moments where I'm really thankful I'm in the booth and not on the field. Because in my day, defensive tackles couldn't run like that. This is not a statuesque QB. This guy can run. And it wasn't a linebacker or DB that chased him down. It was a big old D tackle. Tip of the cap to you, my big man.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
From the gun is Prescott. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now they send their back in motion right. Throwing again is Dak. Short pass brought in. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, here we go. I take. 26.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Hits his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on first is Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Cowboys football as we're really just counting down this final quarter. This game seems out of hand. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Yeah, here we go. Right take. Everybody kill.
They bring their tight end left. 3rd and long, Prescott. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys putting up points in a game decided. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for two here. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a two-score game here late. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Giants' hands team secures the football. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenario.
He's got it deep downfield. And that's a New York touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Connects on the crosser. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. That's Bobby Okereke.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Right up the gut. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Another carry for him. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. 3 yards puts him back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9. He'll throw it. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on